Israel's army has carried out a series of indiscriminate attacks across Gaza, killing at least 115 people over just a few hours on Thursday. The families are mourning their loved ones in Khan Yunis, where 61 Palestinians were killed in airstrikes on tents and homes. Children were among those killed. Jabalia and Gaza City in the north have also been bombed. Israel's army has also attacked 3 hospitals in North and South Gaza. The European hospital has been targeted for a third day, and the health ministry says it's now out of service. It was the only facility providing care for cancer patients across Gaza. Al-Auda Hospital in Jabalia, as well as the Indonesian hospital in Khan Yunis, have also come under attack. Let's go to Al Jazeera's Tariq Abu Azoum. Tariq, you're joining us from Deir al-Balah. That's in the central part of the Gaza Strip. So now 3 major hospitals in the Gaza Strip that have been attacked over the last few days, 115 people dead. Not only is the death toll very high, but it already feels like the Israeli offensive is ramping up in the Strip.
Well, reports are quite stark, in fact, Cyril, and we have observed that this unprecedented surge of airstrikes and the very soaring death toll has only taken place during the American President Donald Trump's visit to the region. It means that the Israeli side is trying to deliver messages to mediators that the Israeli military pressure will continue on the ground in light of the negotiations that are still taking place between mediators and conflicting parties. We have seen over the past 12 hours, the scale of attacks has really reached very breaking point, where in the north, the Israeli military continues to target residential homes, forcing people to move to the western end of the city. That also has been seen right now as the main epicenter for the Israeli attacks. And many families, in fact, simply refuse to leave because they have nowhere else to turn. In the north, we have seen in the past hour that the Israeli military targeted a residential house in Jabalia, al-Balad town, killing at least 3 Palestinians. 2 others were killed in Beit Lahia, and one of the central medical clinics has been targeted in Jabalia, where at least 15 Palestinians have been killed, including 11 women and children, in a very drastic and catastrophic day here in the Gaza Strip.
And Tariq, while this is happening, we know the Strip is also right now in the midst of a catastrophic humanitarian situation where people face starvation. Where are you able to find food right now in the Gaza Strip?
Well, it's very difficult to answer this question because many of families here are starving and they are really hungry. They are spending days without any food, and they are right now consuming what they managed to store during the ceasefire agreement that has been brokered back just a couple of months ago. And right now, they rely on soup kitchens that are still barely functional with what's left of meals in Gaza. And in light of the alarming reports issued by UN agencies, the situation has reached more just being a breaking point. But right now, Gaza has been witnessing serious famine, and there have been many calls were made in order to allow for unconditional flow of aid supplies to the Gaza Strip. But people on the ground now, their main strategy is skipping meals, guarantee that children will get nutrition, and many of them started to visibly look very exhausted and tired. And we are also one of those people who have been going through this, along with all journalists, medical teams, and ordinary people on the ground.
Absolutely, and that's why we thank you and your team for your tireless efforts reporting on this. Tariq Abu Azoum, live from Deir al-Balah. Thank you again.